Good evening and salutations, my Days of Alive fans. Oh, Amy Choi, what a joy. I didn't try to make that rhyme, I really didn't. Yeah, she seems like a really pleasant person to be around. You know, every day I see Tate is a day of disappointment. Yeah. I don't understand. And, I've talked about this before with men essentially being neutered on these soap operas. On TV shows in general, but like on these soap operas. How do you let this woman just barge into your place, into your residence, start talking down to you, start accusing you of things like, oh, well, this is your fault, and you got my daughter pregnant, and you used her, and da 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 da, and then start telling him what to do. You're going to marry my daughter because I don't want my daughter living in sin. Listen, let me tell you something, lady. It's women like her that gives religion such a bad name. It really is because these are the type of people that you almost don't want to go to church around because they're constantly judging you. But back to Tate, how are you just going to sit there and let that happen? I've never sit there and seen somebody stutter more, trip over their words to sit there and try to say something. Is this woman that intimidating to you? I really sat there was like, bro, you should just call your daddy at this point because you just let this woman just walks on in, start telling you what to do. Oh, I can't do that because I have a girlfriend. God, this scene was so terrible. This scene was so terrible. And I know people are gonna sit there and say, "Maybe he's a teen." I was never like that as a teenager. Ain't no way in hell I'll sit there and let a woman or a man, anybody, just walks into my house and tell me what to do. And I have this really bad feeling that Brady's just gonna go along with this stupid shit. I have a really bad feeling. I'm very respectful of people's religion, even if I don't necessarily agree with what they have going on. But and she's the type of person that starts boasting in your face and start trying to make you feel less than because you're not following her scripture, whatever scripture that she wants to believe. I generally cannot stand people like that if I have not emphasized that enough. Um, Brady got hit with some heavy news that he's going to be a granddaddy. He's like, oh, did he use protection? I don't know, Brady, did you use protection? Huh, okay, yeah, why don't you think about that one for a while? You can get back to us. Um, I'm like, hey, listen, I'm pretty sure you had a job when you were, I don't know how young, you turned out pretty well. You're fine. Brady comes in, Tate is doing his usual pouting, um, little pouty thing that he does. Ugh. I mean, I know they always sit there and say the next generation is soft as shit, but Jesus. And I get it. You get hit with some heavy news that you're going to be having this child, and I get down some level, but like, you know, he comes in and he's like, something you want to sit there and say to me, and Tate's like, yeah, I think you're ready now. Like, I do, but I want to hear from you. So you got that going on, right? And Rafe sees um, Arnold. Here's the thing. I'm still going to choose Arnold over Rafe. You know what I realized today? Arnold is an idiot. Arnold's a moron, right? Don't get me wrong. Rafe is not that much intelligent, He's not that intelligent compared to him because for some odd reason, it's almost like he forgot that he was kind of a cop at one point. He decides to start calling the cops, and of course, it gives um, Arnold enough time to sit there and knock him out and make a pun about, oh, I guess the better Rafe actually won. I'm just like, okay, sure, we're gonna go with this. That's fine. Um, but afterwards, EJ comes back, and EJ is like, what in the is going on? He's like, did he see you? Like, he saw you. Did you know about me? Yes. And you know why? Because Arnold, for some odd reason, decided to just blab everything. That him, along with his dad, helped fake his death, and all that stuff. I'm like, Arnold, you really didn't have to do that. You really didn't have to do that at that point. So, that happens, and Jada is calling. He answers the phone. He sounds nothing like Rafe. What Rafe would sit there and say, hey, baby, what's shaking? Or something like that. And he hangs up the phone. He's like, oh, I want to sit there and see if I still had it as far as impersonating him. And apparently I do. I'm like, I don't think you ever did. Maybe they did a better job back then, but Jesus Christ. I was just like, bro, what are we doing? Now don't get me wrong. You saw Jada. Oof, that chick is fire. They don't normally have actual hot women on soap operas. They have pretty women on soap operas, and I don't mean it with air quotes, but here's the thing: there's pretty, and then there's hot. Okay, that's completely two different lanes. Okay, it's like General Hospital. What was her name? Nell. Nell was pretty. Nell isn't hot, right? Jada's hot. Well, she's pretty also, but she's hot. There's a difference. Um, Now after EJ gets fired, he's like, "Oh, you put her up to this, didn't you?" Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not gonna let this go. And he leaves. Now Jada's like, "I don't know about that EJ guy. He seems like he's not gonna let this go." And like she's worried. I'm like, "Ooh, if you were so worried, you should have probably thought about this shit a little bit more before you decide to." Rah 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 rah! Get Bell involved and get Bell to sit there and take over his job. Now you all sweating bullets and everything. No 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 no. You create the shitstorm. You're gonna sit there and ride this out. Okay? At first I was like, when he got up in her face and everything like that, I was like, well, Jada, you got this. You a badass and everything like that. Then she started doing all this. I'm like, what? Well, it's like, don't worry about it. I got your back. You're the police commissioner. You're gonna be fine. Um, and that's when Jada calls and meets him, and he's just acting all different. Not to mention the fact that this idiot did not bother to take his clothes when you decided to see somebody, and you could have probably saw them not that much longer. So she's like, did you go home and change? I'm like, Anna, you're an idiot. You have more personality. You're a little more fun than Rafe, so he can be gone for a while, which he is in the tunnels or the dungeon or whatever the hell you want to sit there and put these people. But I'm like, bro, come on. Um, I think that's about. Oh, that's not it. Then there's Holly. Holly comes over and tells Brady, not Brady, Doug, about her situation. Because she came over there, sit there and cancel the plans, and she wanna telling about everything, and pretty much it ain't gonna be alright. Also, she sit there and she's thinking that they already going along with ending the pregnancy. But even then, it doesn't matter because they still, even if they ended that pregnancy, they still have that between them. She's like, I don't know if I'm gonna get past that. So Doug is like, you still want to go to that concert? And she was like, nah, because I'd be sitting there thinking about Tate and everything, and Da 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 da. So long story short, he's like, hey, listen, why don't you just come over? You can watch the ball drop. Shouldn't be alone. It's bad look or something like that or whatever. And at first she says no, but then eventually she agrees and like, yeah, might as well. I mean, what are you gonna do? You just want to sit in bed and cry all damn night? Like, I mean, I have to tell you the truth, Tate ain't worth your tears. That man, he ain't worth nobody's tears to be honest. That is the most timid sub man I've ever actually saw in my damn life. Um, yeah. Oh, Doug, he's definitely an improvement over Tate. Um, now I think I'm done. Now I think I'm done. What an episode. Now I'll probably miss some stuff here or there. You let me know in the comment section. What are your thoughts? Um, I will be doing a live stream tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. Talk about all the shows, General Hospital, Days of Our Lives, Born the Beautiful, and Young and the Restless. With that being said, I'm going to go. I'll see you in the next video. And hopefully live stream tonight.